Alright, so it's been about a week or two since I last, played Dark Souls. And we're gonna go ahead and get right into things. We need dragon scales. Like, it's simple as that. Grants extra magic casting. We'll consider it. So, basically, in order to upgrade my preferred weapon, we have to do a lot of farming. Which basically boils down to, like, oh, hey, gonna need to, basically, just try and, hit these guys. Which is not consistent at all with magic. But this area past here is where we need to be. But if we go there, we're kind of screwed. Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes we, end up in situations like this, where I have to, do some pretty heavy bonking. So, this is what farming for dragon scales is like. It's pretty terrible. But that's one dragon scale. And I've basically figured out how to, do this here. Where basically I have to run back and forth and just bonk. Now, there's a reason I'm using this weapon as opposed to my, preferred, Dragon Tooth. It's mainly due to, like, the time it takes to, hit things. Which, unfortunately, the time it takes to hit things is absolutely catastrophic, by the way. But it takes me, it's gonna take me 4 dragon scales to, upgrade the hammer. And it's gonna take me 4 dragon scales to upgrade the great sword. But, there is something we need. Because, the way the Dragon Greatsword works. Like, it doesn't get any scaling with certain parameters like the others do. But for bonking these guys, it's perfectly fine. So I need a total of 8 dragon scales. And heavy soul arrows seem to do enough against these guys. Problem is this guy over here is going to be a problem. And keep in mind, these guys have a lot of HP. And, like, the drop rate for these scales is abysmal. So that's another thing to keep in mind. That's why I kind of went out of my way to, duplicate a bunch of humanity. And there's one of the 8 we need. And to be honest, now that I know I can just, like, totally just bonk these guys, we're in a pretty good position. Of course, sometimes they really like to, teleport, which is not good for us. So we can get about probably 1 per run at best. Now I'm gonna stop uploading daily Dark Souls here, as I'm gonna try to start diversifying, because uploading daily Dark Souls was kind of just the thing I started doing to fill things out while I try to get some other projects lined up. I was supposed to have like Paper Mario of all things, like, delivered 2 weeks ago. But, okay, interesting story there. Amazon lost my copy of Paper Mario. Then they found it. And then it took them 7 days to ship it to me. Which, thing is, U.S. Postal Service in my town, really interesting history there. They have a tendency of somehow losing things in Alaska. Like, keep in mind, I live in Indiana, and they have a history of somehow losing packages in states that the packages shouldn't end up in. Alright, 1 soul spear and a good 1 too, and we should be fine. Oh, now I couldn't even see that guy. Oh, wow. Okay. Gonna be one of those days, isn't it? But what we're gonna do is we're gonna get all 8 dragon scales, so I don't have to bother doing this again. And I am out of soul arrows there. Yeah, the electric burst there really kind of inconvenient. And that is 1 of 8. Of course, got into an interesting situation here where I would like to go fight Artorias, but I'm kind of holding off on that. Because I found that you can't really fight Artorias the way I wanted to fight. You kind of have to do a lot of blocking. Which pretty much means I need a strong weapon or spear I can just use against him. And we aren't even going to bother with the dragon over there. Because the dragon over there, you're more likely to just die from fall damage. Or die from falling than actually benefit from fighting that guy. Gotta love how this one just teleports away. Oh, hey, that's, oh, 2 in a row. Nice. But keep in mind, we get like 1,000 per run, and it's not really worth it to do rune farming here. Like, getting to max level in this game would not be something I would actually be willing to do. Because I slowed down on getting to the max level in Elden Ring. Mainly because I wanted to see if there's, like, a better method to, like, get to the max level with, in the DLC that's gonna drop in a week. I do have, like, a big video on Elden Ring coming out. Because I'm almost done putting together the video on that. Oh, I have 5 dragon scales at the moment, so we'll upgrade this one last time, and then we need 3 more. Then we need to put together a stabbing weapon. While also finding, like, better armor to fight Artorias in. It's always the bridge one that gives me problems. I'll be honest, part of my problem with locking on, you notice that anything on an incline is more than likely to miss. And that is, unfortunately, apparently a downside of the way they made the game. And honestly, today's been a pretty interesting day. Someone set off like a massive number of fireworks all at once nearby. Oh, I couldn't even dodge through that. It was actually in the neighborhood across the way. Which was honestly pretty concerning, to be honest. if I go look at like reinforcing armor. And I like look for like better equipment. Like, honestly, Twinkling Titanite would actually be the way to go. Because anything that requires Titanite shards, I'm not going to be able to fully upgrade. Because we don't have, like, a way of getting Titanite chunks. So I guess getting Twinkling Titanite to upgrade some of the equipment we have is probably going to be the way to go. But I need 3 more dragon scales before I can really worry about that. Alright, that's 1. Yeah, I can't take on 2 at once. Now I need 2 more to fully upgrade my Dragon Tooth Hammer. And there's definitely a more efficient way of doing this. It's just I don't have access to it. Like, keep in mind, this game is designed for you to Unga Boonga melee and then do magic later. Which is kind of why we're having a problem right now. But I've memorized the way we need to go. Not sure how I ended up taking care of the other one. But we're hitting a dry streak on, our, scale drops. Like, it's been 30 minutes, and we just need those last 2 scales.